Well, good evening, everyone. This is Mike Bass back again with another forecast update for you for this July 4th, 2025, and happy Independence Day to everyone out there as well. Hope everybody had a great Friday out there so far, but it's a great Friday evening. Hope everybody can stay safe and well, and also enjoy the weather because it's the only weather you got. Okay, in tonight's video, we're going to be taking a look at this is newly formed Tropical Depression number 3. Which looks to become Tropical Storm Chantal before it moves into the Charleston area of South Carolina, and then kind of moves to the north and into central and eastern South Carolina, and then move on into eastern and central and eastern North Carolina later on. We'll show you that in just a few minutes. Also, but first we're going to show you the satellite imagery. This is South Carolina here. This is Georgia. This is Florida. This is the center of rotation. You can see a lot of thunderstorm development trying to get us act together right here, so that means it's showing a little bit of signs of strengthening, so that's why we're expecting it to become a tropical storm sometime later tonight or on Saturday, and then make a head towards the South Carolina coast. You can see a lot of convection all around the system. Still got more convection over Florida. Even got some of the outer rain bands of this system here already affecting portions of central South Carolina and eastern South Carolina. Even brought a little bit of severe thunderstorms to portions of the eastern Carolinas, and also moving into the central Carolinas as well. We'll show you that at the weather radar and also the current watches morning advisory map. But anyway, I wanted to show you this here. This is the, like I say, this is the satellite imagery. Let's go back and we're going to take a look at some information on this system here. We're going to show you the forecast cone from the National Hurricane Center, and then we're going to go from there. We're going to show you the intensity of the system and also the forecast models runs as well. So alrighty, if you have not subscribed to my channel, make sure you subscribe. Also like these videos, share these videos, and let's continue to get the show on the road there, folks. Alright, you can see here is the National Hurricane Center track located at 8 p.m. This evening. Right now it's currently located near latitude 30.8 north, longitude 79.0 west, maximum sustained winds near 35 miles an hour with higher gusts, and right now it's moving to the north at 2 miles per hour. Right now it's classified as tropical depression with winds of 39 miles per hour. You can see it's sunny at 2 a.m. Located right along the Charleston coastline, depression inland, just east of Columbia, South Carolina, and then right up here just east of Charlotte, up here around the Lumberton, or I think the Lumberton or Rockingham area of North Carolina, should be about where the center of the depression will be located. You can see the yellow right along the yellow box here, right along the coastal area from around the North Carolina South Carolina line down to just south of Charleston. This is a tropical storm watch. It probably be upgraded to a tropical storm warning in later forecast. But once again, it's located near latitude 30.8 north, longitude 79.0 west. Once again, maximum sustained winds remain at 35 miles an hour with higher gusts and movements to the north at 2 miles per hour. Like I said, it's classified as a tropical depression with winds of 39 miles per hour. Alright, now let's take a look at the spaghetti-o models here from the National Hurricane Center. I'll take a look at it. We're going to show you which way most of the forecast models are showing. You can see where it's located right here. Most of them moving into eastern, central, and eastern South Carolina, eastern North Carolina, and then on out into the coastal water, bypass the northeastern U.S. You can see here's Nova Scotia, St. John's Island here, as it continues to push on off in that direction. So get ready. Here is Tropical Storm Chantal, which will affect the Carolinas and the eastern seaboard as it continues to push in through north central, through east central eastern South Carolina, east central eastern North Carolina, through Virginia, and in the Atlantic coastal waters. Alright, let's take a look at the intensity guidance of the system. We're going to take a look at it real quick and see if we can having a little computer problems here, but see if we can get to the intensity guidance. Okay. Yeah, I think I clicked on too many. Clicked it too many times, so we're going to try to see if we can get the. Oh, here's intensity guidance. As soon as this thing quits doing what it's got to do, but here's the intensity guidance. You can see winds of 30 knots. That's why it's equal to about 35 miles per hour. Most of them do take it into tropical storm status, but some keeps it just a tropical depression. You can see in this 12 to 36 hour window, it becomes a tropical storm. It kind of dies off during the 48 to 72 hour, and then it kind of re-strengthens. Some of the model wants to re-strengthen it back from about 60 hours to 108 hours back to a tropical cyclone as it moves back over the Atlantic coastal waters and kind of remain a tropical storm all the way through 168 hours out. So right now, just winds right now just about 30 knots, equal to 35 miles an hour. But like I say, in the next 12 hours should become a tropical storm and remain a tropical storm through at least about 48 hours, slowly dying off into a tropical depression. May regain tropical storm status once again as it moves back over the Atlantic coastal waters after it moves off the Virginia coast and then out into the north central tropical Atlantic. But that's only about a 20-30% chance of that happening. But there's a possibility it could. So, but anyway, here's the intensity guidance of this system. Next 12 to 36 hours, possible tropical storm forming off the southeastern United States coast. All right, let's move on to the local forecast. Here are your local forecast now. Here is that tropical cyclone off the southeast coast. You can see it located just south of Charleston, South Carolina for your Saturday. We got thunderstorms and showers for the Atlantic coastal waters, including the eastern Carolina, central South Carolina, down into Georgia, Florida Keys, also across the northern Gulf. Excuse me. All the way back into Louisiana, back into Tennessee. Excuse me. Got to clear my throat there. But anyway, we got thunderstorms and showers from Texas all the way to Montana, Idaho, South Canada, through the Dakotas, Minnesota, up around Lake Huron, Lake Superior, northern Michigan, down in the portion of northwest Pennsylvania, up around Toronto, Ottawa, Canada region, over toward Maine, South Canada. You're included. Like I say, we got some flash flooding and heavy rain still continue for Central Texas, where y'all got hammered by a lot of precipitation in just a short period of time. There was a lot of flash flooding in Texas this afternoon and earlier today. More rain is forecast, so there could be more flooding in those vicinities to aggravate the already ongoing flooding in your region. Alright, we expect some severe weather possible for portions of Montana through the Dakotas, Nebraska, and also Wyoming region as well. Otherwise, expect dry high pressure to remain in charge of your local forecast area for your Saturday. Here's your Sunday forecast now. Thunderstorms and showers for portions of New Brunswick to Maine, to Ottawa, Canada, Toronto, Canada, to Lake Superior, Lake Huron region, also Michigan and northern Michigan region, through Ohio to Kentucky, to Louisiana, to Georgia, to South Carolina. You can see that remnants of Chantal right over at central and eastern South Carolina. Thunderstorms and showers to D.C., Delaware, the Atlantic coastal waters, all the way down to the Florida Keys, down across the Gulf of Mexico, also into Louisiana, Texas, northern Mexico, and Arizona, also through to Nebraska, the Dakotas, South Canada, back into Wyoming regions as well. Otherwise, expect dry high pressure to remain in charge of your local forecast area for your Sunday. Alright, let's move on to the current watches warning advisory map you're locating across the nation. As you can see, we have tropical storm warnings already in effect for the coastal waters. Tropical storm watches along the South Carolina and southeast North Carolina coast. High surf warnings there as well. Also, we got some flood advisories over and special weather statements for severe thunderstorms over portions of central South Carolina. Also, we got some heat advisories for southern Maine, stretching into New Hampshire, also Massachusetts and Boston area. Also, more important, Wisconsin, also Minnesota. Severe thunderstorm watches and warnings ongoing there as well. And also some tornado warnings in Minnesota and also Wisconsin. Wisconsin got heat advisories there as well. And the severe thunderstorm watches reaches all the way into South and North Dakota with flash flood warnings there as well. More red flag warnings also in effect for you guys here in Utah and Nevada, to Arizona, portions of Oregon State. Also some flood watches there as well, stretching into Idaho. Air quality alerts in the area of Southern California, Southern Arizona, also in the portion of Illinois, Indiana, portion of Ohio, and Michigan region as well. There's that flash flood watches and ongoing flood warnings, and also flash flood warning for Central Texas. We even got some severe thunderstorm warning, special weather statement for you guys in Wyoming, special weather statement for portion of Montana to Utah to Colorado, also in the portion of East Texas. River flood warning is also in effect for Central Texas, also in the portions of Louisiana, East Texas, and also Arkansas region as well. Special marine warnings along the Big Bend area of Florida. And also we got small craft advisory gale warnings there as well for South Carolina and the Georgia coast. Then again from California up to Oregon State, Hawaii and Chain Island as well. Northern areas of Alaska with heat advisory and red flag warnings for Central Alaska. Alright, let's move on to the Storm Prediction Center Outlook. This is for your Saturday. We got general thunderstorm, like I said, from Raleigh to Columbia to Charleston, all the way down to the Florida Keys to Texas, also southern Arizona, all with the portions of Montana over toward Minnesota, Duluth area. Marginal risk from Marquette to Lubbock to Amarillo, all the way to Denver, Colorado, Cheyenne area, and also Pierre. Then a slight risk up here for Rapid City to Sheridan to Billings, also Glasgow, you're included as well. Tornado probability, well, I had to refresh before I could go to the tornado probability. So, but anyway, here it is, 2% up in portion of Wyoming, Montana area. Damaging winds going to look like this, 5 and 15% in the marginal and slight risk areas. And also here's a look at the large hail, 5 and 15% from Texas to Montana, and there's that 15% from Montana down toward South Dakota, Wyoming, and Nebraska. Alright, let's move on to day number 3, and it's going to look something like this. Alrighty, we got general thunderstorm from Maine all the way down to Texas, then from Florida Keys to the Carolinas, all the way to Washington D.C., and then from areas of New Mexico, southeast Arizona, all the way to Montana, and Montana to North and South Dakota. Then from Rapid City, South Dakota, all the way to Pueblo and Liberal and northeastern areas of New Mexico. Marginal risk probability looks like this. Would not be surprised also on Saturday it could be a little bit of a slight risk or a marginal risk could be added to the eastern Carolinas as that system moves on shore. Any landfall in tropical cyclone or tropical storm or hurricane could produce tornadoes. So anywhere from Charleston to maybe the I-95 corridor to Raleigh to Wilmington up toward Virginia Beach. Would not be surprised. Could be a marginal risk added there tomorrow. This forecast here was updated earlier today, but since the system just wrapped up this afternoon around 5 p.m., they're going to have to change their forecast a little bit, so I would not be surprised to see a marginal risk added there. So just want to let everybody know that as well. Alright, let's move on to the weather radar. This is currently across the South Carolina, Georgia, and North Carolina. You can see the outer rain bands from this system. You can see some already kind of activated here in portions of Sherrod to just Darlington to Camden to just east of Columbia to Orangeburg, Barnwell, and just north of Statesboro. Also some south of you guys as well, and also over toward the eastern North Carolina area, over toward the Lumberton area of North Carolina, you're included. We even got a little bit of thunderstorm activity for northern Greenville County, but this is where the main focal point for the remainder of the evening. Could be a few showers overnight as the system continues to kind of rotate offshore and bring some severe weather. And we had a severe thunderstorm warning earlier for Sumter, and also earlier today we had one for Darlington and Florence area, but most of the warnings has expired. But any of these storms could become severe, so will produce some damaging winds up to 60 miles per hour. Could be locally heavy rain and frequent lightning. So alright, well, I hope everybody enjoyed the video. Make sure you subscribe if you have not. Like the video, share the video. We'll catch you back in the next one. Have a wonderful Independence Day evening. Take care and also enjoy the weather because it's the only weather you got.